In this room, pharmacists prepare a vaccine that could one day prevent Ebola. Called RVSV-ZEBOV, the vaccine contains one gene from the deadly Ebola virus.
Frozen when we remove it. So we record it. When it is stored, we record it third time. When we dilute, we record that. I mean, there is a whole lot of documentation, and that is why we work in pairs. So as one person is working, the other is taking note of what he is doing at what time.
The pharmacists dilute the solution before it can be used. It will be tested on one of the trial's 8,000 participants.
I mean, it's the same 1 ml dose for every participant since we started. And it's been the same dilution. So as you can see, this is 1 ml volume, and we have to put a cap on it, of course, and then that will eventually be labeled before we take it.
It's then a race against the clock. Once diluted, the vaccine has to be used within 12 hours. There have been vaccine trials in all 3 West African countries worst affected by the Ebola virus. They've used different vaccines and different types of volunteers. In Sierra Leone, the vaccine is given to people who've been in the front line of the Ebola fight. Today, it's 29-year-old Sam Missa's turn. He worked in security at an Ebola treatment unit and believes the jab could protect against the virus. Like all participants, he's been warned about possible side effects, but says he's not worried.
There have been some people that have already taken the vaccine that have been reporting of having side effects like having headache, rash on their skin, and sometimes they get fever. But as soon as they call, they always do attend to them.
It normally takes 10 years for a vaccine to be approved for trials. However, the vaccine being used here was rolled out in just 6 months. But despite that incredible speed, by the time the trials began, case numbers of Ebola began to drop in Sierra Leone, meaning these trials can only determine how safe this vaccine is, rather than seeing if it could prevent Ebola. But scientists believe it is still worth doing. A sub-study is looking at how many Ebola-fighting antibodies the vaccine creates in the blood. Project leaders think that should give enough information to get a vaccine licensed.
I think it's going to be very unreasonable for people to wait again for another round of epidemic for you to be able to document efficacy. So once we can document the immunogenicity of the vaccine, once we can prove that the vaccine is safe, then I think we will have enough justification to begin to apply for licensure so that the vaccine could be used just in case there is a future outbreak.
This trial will last until December. It's hoped all the data will finally be collected by mid-next year. Katerina, Vittozzi, CCTV, Freetown, Sierra Leone.